watching footy fantasy. It is your steady thing will meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's footy fantasy. Yeah, watching footy fantasy. Footy fantasy. It is your steady thing go meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. Sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. It's footy fantasy. Footy fantasy.
Okay, what's up, guys? My name is EJ, and welcome to our podcast for the weekend or for today. I'm glad to be here with Raji Don Rajan. Please say hi to the people.
Hello, people. I'm a changed man. I'm coming here with humility and humbleness galore. So nobody, don't come for me, please. I beg.
I know he's saying that now, but guess what? Someone's going to trigger him in these comments. I know it won't be me because I never trigger you. Someone else, and you will come for. I know it would be a United fan, and you will come for them. But yeah. We have one more person joining us. He'll join us when he can. But until then, we'll get started. So, marquee match of the weekend: Newcastle versus Arsenal. And since Newcastle was the home team, I'll let you start. What do you think about the match today?
I think that it's very interesting to see Arsenal. At the beginning of the season, everybody was looking at the list of changes that occurred at the teams, and I think everybody was without a doubt saying that Arsenal has improved overall. And I think that it kind of showed today. I mean, look at the teams. Look at the people that you're bringing from the bench: Martinelli, what's his name, Merino. You guys are bringing in some top talents from the bench to come and try to facilitate the game. And I think that showed significantly throughout the game. So Arsenal is a better team for sure. I also think that Newcastle has not gelled well at all this season. I think that we are still trying to find our feet. We don't have the explosiveness that we had last season. So what we have is
can you tell me?
Probably because of Isak going. Woltemade is a different kind of striker. We don't have that bust. So when we got Elanga, we thought we were going to have Elanga, what's his name? Gordon and Isak all speeding through the defense. But what we have now is a center forward that plays like a false nine with Woltemade coming in late into the box. So the way we have to play has to change significantly. And I think that we still don't have it yet. If Yohan Wissa hadn't gotten injured, I think that we would have started closer to how we were last season. But he injured his I don't know what he got injured in the African Cup of Nations, and he hasn't come back since the season started. So we've been forced to play how we play. We're not gelling very well. I think that the midfield kind of let this game go past them. And I think that the technical, let's not kid ourselves. This became less of a soccer game towards the end and more of just a rugby feisty match, which is forte now for Newcastle versus Arsenal, which is all good. But it's all good. I think that you guys deserve the victory. And for all intents and purposes, I'm not entirely sure what else I can add to the conversation. I think that it was ultimately the set piece, and we gave away too many set pieces. So by the time we came to that last one, it only takes 1 second lack of concentration and everything goes away. So it was a good game. Not for us, but for Arsenal.
Gotcha. Yes. I told someone on Twitter that I thought the game felt like it lasted 3 hours. You guys know our history with your team. I went back further. We haven't won at Newcastle in 2021 was the last time we beat you guys at home. So we're talking
recent history.
Yeah, recent history. Yes, recent history. We're talking 3 years of 22, 23, 24. Those 3 years where we've gone to St. James Park and come back with nothing. We're not even talking a draw. So I wasn't confident going into the match, but I knew that we had to win because Liverpool lost yesterday. So that was my mindset. I just didn't. I was like, there's no way we shouldn't lose because Liverpool lost yesterday. And so when I saw the lineup, I was impressed with Arteta's lineup. I was like, okay, we're not seeing Merino, Zubimendi, and Rice in the middle. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, we're good. Let's just go. And it showed. You saw Pope was, to me, the man of the match until the end of the game. Like, he made a lot of saves that that we would have scored in the first half. And I'll talk about the penalty a bit. Henry, I do want to get your thoughts on the penalty, and you too, Raji. The penalty to me I thought it was a penalty. So I looked at it. This is what I saw. I saw Yoke get to the ball, and he kicked it against Pope, and Pope deflected it off his shin and caught, what's his name? Gyokeres. Before the ball went, Saka got the ball. They blew the whistle. You don't call a penalty, and now you say it's a drop ball. I don't know why we didn't get the ball back. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't a penalty, why are we not getting the ball? Like, what do you mean it's a goal kick? It's a drop ball, but the ball was dropped to the goalkeeper. In my opinion, that was like a goal kick. So I was like, it's either a penalty or it's a foul. Or it's like play on and you give the ball back to Arsenal. It should have been an Arsenal ball. So I wasn't too mad that it wasn't called. I wasn't one of those that are talking too badly about it, but I just didn't like that Newcastle got the ball back in that moment. But after that, you guys scored the goal. I think the corner that we conceded to give you guys that goal was crazy. Reckless. Mosquera was like, what are you doing at the back there? That didn't have to be a corner, but corners are corners. Like, you want to get the ball out. So I'm not going to fault him for conceding the corner, and then y'all scored the goal. I think maybe Gavi is probably more responsible for not standing his ground for y'all's goal. But then 84 minutes, I'm here praying. I was praying in my house. I won't lie to you guys. I was praying because I was like, look, we need to win something. Like, come on. Like, how can we always lose to Newcastle? How? So I was like, yeah, let's do this. And somehow Merino comes in. Merino was maligned last week. If you don't know, if you follow Arsenal players, Arsenal fans, we maligned that guy last week. But I wasn't maligning him because I think he's a horrible player. I just don't think he should play in the midfield. I like where he was. Stay up front. I think he should be up front, and then you can do your magic up there. So he got us that goal, and then I would say Gabriel made up for what the goal that he conceded against what how do you say his name?
Woltemade,
yeah.
Woltemade, sorry.
Yes. So all in all, I think it was just dramatic, and we haven't had one of these dramatic wins in a while. So I am happy for our team. All right, Henry, welcome.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Apologies for coming on slightly late. I was seeing a patient and celebrating the victory today because I was already echoing the words of Raji. I knew it was going to destroy us on this podcast today. We lost, but we thank God. I'm serious. Literally, I was like, oh my God, it's going to kill me. When I was invited to the podcast, he gave me a heads up. It was like, just a heads up, Raji's going to be on. I'm like, oh, man. Anyways, but solid game from us today. I felt like, I don't know. I don't even know. I was scared for this game today because I would say for the past 4 or 5 years, Newcastle, they've had our number. Like, right, home, away, we just drop points. I don't know. So I wasn't. If I come here and tell you that I was confident, I'll be lying to you. I was like, well, Liverpool winning puts pressure on us. So the least we can do, it will be a draw. But I wanted to win. I'm not gonna lie, because I felt as us clawing back, the points that the point deficits we already have against Liverpool. But I know they left it to the end of the match to get the victory. It wasn't an easy game for us, but I'm starting to like this new resiliency. First time this season I've seen this part of Arsenal. It's one of the things I faulted them for against City last week when they scored a goal and there was still time, and it felt like they were celebrating the draw. If you see today, there was a little bit difference. Like literally, once they scored that first goal, the Merino goal, one Mumu guy wanted to go celebrate, and the other guy, Rice, was like, "Nah, let's go back. Do you understand? Like, get the ball.
Yeah.
Let's go back. There's time. So that's what we want to see, with our team. And I like how we played towards the end of the game. See, it wasn't like the game was just bad. It just feels like Newcastle just know how to frustrate us, right? Because we played good. I felt like we played good. We controlled the game, but overall, I'm just happy Arsenal got the victory.
Oh yeah. Let me take this comment real quick. Statistics show that Benvido. Why? Anyway, statistics show that the world is a better place when Arsenal loses, but that was an attempted robbery from that ref. That was a clear penalty. Just saying, though, no shades.
Go
on. I'll let you speak before I read.
No. Finish the.
Okay. Arsenal dug deep and found a way. I think the subs from Newcastle didn't stretch the game enough. Okay.
I do think that there is some truth to what Ayo is talking about, and it's ironic that I'm now the calmest person in the room. Because the way Harry is talking about me makes it seem like I'm coming here with fire, but it's fine.
Anytime you come on the pod, I'm afraid.
It's all good. I do enjoy the feistiness, but I'm going to tell you this: I was an Arsenal bar since 8:30, and I think I gave everybody the time of their life, especially when Woltemade scored. So when they all rushed me at the end, it took away all my energy. So I don't have the energy to to go against people, man. Well, it was fun. I will say that the Gyokeres penalty was not a penalty at all.
Okay.
I mean, I see from my perspective, I see Nick Pope going for the ball, getting the ball, hit ricocheting on Gyokeres and bouncing out, and then Gyokeres flopping. That's what I see. And I think that it was quite embarrassing for him. He's probably going to have a talk with his family today. Once he gets some, Dad, you don't have to cheat. I do appreciate the fact that, you guys dug deep, like Ayo said, and came back. And I don't like to lose, especially at St. James Park, but I do think that there is truth to the fact that we decided that we were fine with the draw, and we decided to stay back. And I felt like there were opportunities, because in deciding to stay back, we did not try to control the midfield any longer. And we just ceded that to you guys. And everything was just corkscrew Arsenal. And you know how Arsenal plays. Once you make a mistake, they move closer, and they keep doing that in a 4-4-2 until they get very close to your hand, to your post, and then start to try to find an opening. It was interesting, but I think that we kind of played to your hands. All the goals in this game were from set pieces. So there was no goal from open play. This was just a game of set pieces. And if the set pieces didn't exist, this game would have probably ended 0-0. So it didn't end that, but it's good. I don't really have much to say about this Newcastle versus Arsenal game. I think it wasn't a tactical game that you can actually go in and say, hey, everybody was doing everything right, or it was not that kind of game. It was a game where it was physical. And basically people just saw it was a game that was won on the margins. If Pope had gotten to the ball, if Pope hadn't kicked the ball, if Gabriel hadn't fell down, like anyway, let me not say too much, but it's all good. So yeah, cool.
Let me be clear that I'm laughing now because we won. If we did not win this game, that penalty that you're saying Gyokeres flopped, when Pope's knee was clearly, I've seen less PKs. PKs given for less. I've seen someone get a red card by his shin grazing that person's the back of someone else's shin. I've seen that. So to me, telling me that I'm running at full speed, I told you, boy, your knee comes out, I fall. You're telling me I flopped? That's
if we're going to go by that, then Elanga's penalty too should have been a penalty.
He went from the ball to his hand. He went from his foot to his hand.
His hand was in an unnatural position. My guy was praying to God. His hand went up and he was saying hallelujah, and all of a sudden the ball hit his hand.
And you know why they didn't call that? Because they're like, that penalty that we didn't call.
Yes, exactly.
But we're not playing with that. We're not even. They know
That's
they can't. They
fine.
could have done that.
I don't think that's the reason why, because that would be me considering that was a penalty, which
Of
it
course,
wasn't.
the real reason was that it wasn't. It was a deflected off the foot.
Yeah,
Handball.
that's fine. And I think that in that situation, then it's clear.
Yeah.
So I don't think that either of them were penalties. So we'll meet you guys again, maybe in the Carabao.
What was your account? I just want to double check what you said your account of the penalty was, because I think you have it wrong.
Who? Me?
I don't
or
have it.
No, Raji. What did you say?
I don't have
So
it wrong.
Gyokeres
Can you
flop.
So what happened
through it
was
again?
Yokore, what's this guy was going for the ball. He was attacking for the ball. Pope sticks his foot out, hits the ball. It bounces off Gyokeres. Then Gyokeres finds the energy to leap like a salmon into the sky, and he falls and tumbles. Instead of just
that's a wrong account. That's not what happened. No,
let me explain your.
Gyokeres touches the ball. The ball ricochets off of Pope.
Yeah.
And goes out, and then Pope's leg clips Gyokeres.
Yeah, but he was going for the ball. We're talking about a physical game. The leg clipping was incidental because he's a goalkeeper.
Yeah. So I will ask this: is it okay for you to foul a player after just because you got the ball? That's what I wonder.
Yeah,
he's a goalkeeper and he was protecting the ball. So what? The ball ricocheted off his leg, and it was just standing leg that the guy ran into. He ran into.
It was already there. He didn't have to run into anything.
Exactly. So it was there already, and then he ran into him. But then it's because his leg is not very strong, and he doesn't do iteba. He just falls down and he just flops everywhere.
I slightly disagree, but okay, I'm not gonna.
About which part? Is it the fact that his leg is very weak?
Because to me, the reason why my understanding of penalties has always been you give the person who touches the ball first the benefit of the doubt.
So Pope, you give Pope the benefit of the doubt.
No, it was Gyokeres
touches that ball first.
Let me tell you this.
That's the only reason.
They looked at that penalty so many times, and the referee came out and he said, Pope was a very strong man. He has been hanging out with Osula, eating.
Let me tell you why they didn't give it because they felt like it wasn't intentional by Pope to foul Gyokeres. And to me, that doesn't make any sense. Who cares about your intention?
It still doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't care about your intention.
But it's fine. It is what it is.
See, this is the thing about Arsenal fans. You guys won the game. And I came in and I was like, you guys won the game. And you guys are focusing. What did you want? Is it 3-1 you wanted?
No, it's not 3-1. No. The only reason why I brought it up for you is I felt like your account of it was incorrect. Because I think what you alluded to was that Pope touched the ball first, and that's not what happened. Gyokeres actually touched the ball. The ball then hits Pope, and then Pope's leg, which was in a natural position, hit Gyokeres. So I think that's the reason why they actually didn't give the penalty.
Yeah.
Like there's no other place where Pope's leg would be other than where it was.
Right.
That's the reason
and that's why I said he didn't mean. But like,
so it's not a penalty. Is what we're all agreeing.
Well, no, I still feel it's a penalty.
How can it be a penalty when the guy ran into his leg?
No, it's like they're trying to dribble you.
Henry, let me explain what you told me. You said Gyokeres was running, and because he's not a good striker, he can't control the ball. So he pushes the ball forward and he hits Pope's leg, right? Pope hits it bounces off Pope's leg. And because Gyokeres cannot see very clearly, he runs into his leg, flops like a salmon, and then looks back for a penalty. That's what you are saying.
Watch the play again. I'll let you watch the play again, and we'll move on to.
Okay, I think that we all agree on this. Thank you very much, folks.
For the record, we don't.
Okay, next topic: Gyokeres or Woltemade? Who ends up with more goals? How many goals does Woltemade have?
Two now.
Okay.
I don't think this is a real argument. I think Gyokeres is going to score more goals at the end of the season.
Okay.
I don't really think that Woltemade is the kind of striker that is going to be the goal scorer.
Yeah.
I think he's going to score 12 to 13 goals. But I think Gyokeres is going to score more like 17 to 18, maybe even more than that. So I don't think that
competitions.
In all competitions.
Okay.
Gyokeres already has 6. Right?
He has 3. Does he have more than
3?
5.
That's 5? Oh.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, we're counting all competition. I'm not sure where else he's scoring. Okay.
Let's see. So I don't anticipate that. I don't anticipate that. What do you call it? That it's going to be close in that sense. Yeah, Gyokeres has 6 goals. He scored. Oh wait, 6 in the Premier League, 1 in Champions League, and
I
1
thought it
in
was 5.
EFL Cup. So he scored 8.
What? He does not have no 6 goals in the Premier League.
Let's see. What
He
am I
has
talking
3
about?
goals in
Oh,
Premier
3 goals in the Premier League. Sorry, I was looking. He's played 6 times.
Yeah. He's played
He has played 8 games and scored 3 goals.
Yeah,
So
he has-
Woltemade has played less than that, but he scored 2. But I don't think Woltemade is going to score that many goals. Right now, he's scoring opportunistic goals, which are not necessarily his bread and butter. His bread and butter is being technical, passing the ball, and getting the ball to the post. The Premiership has not given him any opportunity to actually play to his strengths yet. And I think the problem is all of our games have been difficult.
Right.
We've not had one easy game at all. Hopefully we get some break next week because we have the Champions League game and then we play Nottingham Forest. So maybe we'll start to see him betting a little bit more from next week.
Where did he come from?
Germany.
What
He came from Bayer Leverkusen or something. Oh wait.
Oh, okay. Really?
Hold on. I think that's where he came from.
It's possible.
He used to play for VfB Stuttgart.
Okay. Stuttgart. Got it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Well, it was in a Sesko that came from RB Leipzig. Yeah.
Yeah. Sesko came from Leipzig, and then Gyokeres came from Sporting.
Yeah. Lisbon. Okay.
Yeah. Because Gyokeres just won best striker in the world last week.
Even with his legs.
Yes. He won best striker. Did you not see him? He won the best striker.
I didn't really notice him at all this game. Except when he was
Gyokeres had a great game today.
He did?
Yeah.
He did?
Yes. You're saying no, Harry?
Don't fall for the bits. No, he didn't.
Huh?
He had a great game.
Did he have a great game, Harry?
No, he didn't.
Okay,
It was
we
poor.
disagree
Thank you
on that.
very much.
But it's not a function. It's not a function. Arsenal is still struggling with learning how to play with an out-and-out 9. Right? We haven't. That's not something that it's clicked just yet, right? And I don't know if it's a combination of the right players. The only reason why he's going to score more goals is because he's going to get more supplies compared to the Newcastle striker. But we still haven't figured out how to play with a player like him. Because remember, for the longest time, we've not had a player like him, like an out-and-out 9. At some point, I'm hoping we'll figure it out. But you can tell. If you think about all our plays, we still rely heavily on the wings, the corners, the set pieces. But those hold
we
up
had 3 good chances, 2 or 3 good chances today.
Yeah, Eze had like 2. Eze had like 2. Yeah.
Supplied these weren't things that he created on his own. These were deliveries from Eze.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of him finding his feet properly.
He needs time and the pace of the league, the intensity of the league. It's not Portugal. Portugal is not Premier League. I know he's played in the league before, but it's different at this level. And then he has very, very high expectations on his shoulders. So that's also play. You can tell that he sometimes he feels like he's doing too much. But he needs to just settle down. He hasn't. I don't think he's like fully caught up with the pace of the league yet, but I think that will happen with time.
Yeah.
And this is where sometimes too, our coach needs to see that and understand that and make changes, right? But we'll see. Don't be shocked. And let me throw it out there too now. Don't be shocked if any of our other strikers come back, that they might also get playtime sometimes, just because they want to let him just get back. You can tell he's good with hold-up plays, but he's struggling with the pace, right? Even when he goes for shots and you can tell he sleeps and he falls. You can tell he's too much pressure on him for now.
I will say that I don't entirely agree that he's good with older players, but I do agree with you. One of the things that I've appreciated the most about this is that Henry is a very cool, calm, collected guy. He's talking like a doctor, giving us all the analysis. I always appreciate that. And when EJ was coming with her a nonsense talk about how Gyokeres played very well. I'm so glad that
He
you
played
stepped
well.
in.
I
It's fine.
disagree. I disagree. I think
It's
what
fine.
we needed from him was the only thing he didn't do was score. I think he gave us a lot of.
Which was his main
I understand that. I understand that.
He didn't assist. He didn't do anything. He was just
Well, what's there
flopping
to
around.
assist? We scored set piece goals. I said Pope was the
Okay,
best player of the game in the first 80 minutes.
that's
So
fair. That's fair. Anyway, we'll see as the season goes on. Yes, we'll see. I don't think that. I don't. I don't. I just feel like that his weak legs are just going to work against him by the end of the season. And
I will say this though, Arsenal fans are split on Gyokeres. They're very split. There are some people that think that he was the wrong call, and there's some people that hope for the best. So we'll see. We will see what happens. And I know
I don't
you
I
know.
guys.
mean, that doesn't sound like a split. Some people
I know.
think it was.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, EJ is right though. The club generally, there are people who are pro Sesko, and
Oh
there are
yeah,
people who are pro
pro Yo.
uh, pro Gyokeres. But I don't even think it makes a difference. The onus is on the coach. Ateta needs to figure it out because you got someone. For you to have gotten that person, then you should have a plan in place, a plan A, a plan B to play to the person's strengths. I don't think right now, but I think this is the first match. I think what you're meaning to say, EJ, is that this is the first match or the first game we played towards his strength,
Absolutely, we clearly
right?
did.
Because you could see that we played ball to the channels where he was able to run. But what Raji is then saying is that okay, when he got the ball, what did he do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what was his end? What was the output? Right. So that's where he's giving him the stick. Like, nah, output. Because there was something like okay, compare Aze's output when he got opportunities to Gyokeres today, right?
The same thing. We ended up not scoring. It was ended up with 2 saves.
Yeah, but you saw
Very
But
like
at least they were on target.
Yeah.
At least
You
they were
I
understand,
on
was.
target.
Oh my god! If I saved the
No.
ball, it's not on target.
I'm just saying, like his legs were not strong enough to get the.
Okay.
Anyway.
he'll catch up. I think he'll catch up. He just needs time. You
I
know, this is
agree.
what's funny. Everyone forgets the Premiership is really not easy. I think sometimes because we watch it on TV and we play all this PS and IS, and real life Premiership is fast and like the intensity in Premiership is crazy. It's crazy, and that's why you see other strikers too struggling. I think barring Ekitike, all the other strikers that has come in this year that were like doing spectacular things in their respective clubs are struggling right now.
Struggling.
Yeah,
I do think that, just like you said, I think even Sesko is struggling. But let me not bring up Manchester United. Sesko would have been very good for your team, to be quite fair with you. He has strong legs. But I do think that all of them are going to struggle. Every single one of these people that you got, even Woltemade, after his first game, he was struggling because he said that he didn't realize the pace of the Premiership was going to be that. And in German league or wherever league, they usually give you enough space for you to work. When he gets the ball, there are like 2 or 3 players on him. They're bringing him down. Isak struggled the first season he came. So I do think that there's going to be a period where there's going to be like a process where they try to understand how the league works.
Yeah.
And, I always look, anyway, it's all good. I think that who ends up with more goals? I don't agree with the fact that Woltemade doesn't get service. I think Woltemade is going to get a lot of service from Newcastle, especially when we play teams that are not fighting for the top positions. So, when we play Nottingham Forest, he's going to get the goal against Wolves. He got the stuff. But I do think that as time goes on, especially when we start to flip the strikers after the international break, there's going to be an opportunity for him to rest, get to view the game from outside, and get a little bit more of how the pace of this Premiership works. But I do think that next season is when we're going to see the best of Woltemade.
Okay. I like it. We'll move on to next topic. 2 key sliding doors moments from your team's history. You guys understand that question? I had to ask Ayo to explain this to me.
I think it's like a marquee moment.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
So a moment that, like, I think he's saying that if it didn't happen or if something else had happened, what is that moment that you can think of for your team that would have derailed or elevated your team in either direction, positive or negative, like that would have affected your team in a different way?
I mean, I can go. I mean, the most significant one right now is the Saudi PIF buying Newcastle United. I think if they did not purchase Newcastle United, we would be struggling in the champ. We'll probably will be in the Premiership, but we'll be like 16th to 17th again.
Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah.
I think that we were going down that season. They bought us, and they brought. That was the first thing. And the second sliding moment would probably be the choice of Eddie Howe as coach. It was a split decision within the board to choose Eddie Howe over the current coach of Aston Villa. And I think that he turned us down, saying that we're a very unprofessional club. And because they turned us down, they the board went back to Eddie Howe, and I think it was the right decision to make. Um, so those are two key sliding moments, and I think that the most recent. If I want to go back, I would say that 4-4 draw with Tiote, Chick Tiote, rest in peace. That goal changed the mood of that whole season too, because I remember that day vividly.
Why is
For
that necessary to bring up?
I'm because listen, that game it was 4-1 in the 76th minute, and by the end of that game, by the 92nd, it was 4-4. And that shot from Tiote, I wake up every few times and I go, check. Because because I appreciate that moment so much. It's sealed in my memory. But I gave you three key, may you rest in peace. 3 key sliding moments.
I believe that last one doesn't count as a sliding moment. Right?
After he scored, he slid on the grass too.
Oh, okay. I like your first two. I think absolutely. I think even though I call Eddie Howe Eddie however, I think he just plays Eddie Howe. But I think for sure for your team, you seem like he's definitely the coach for your team. I mean, what I like about you guys is that you're not trying to kick him out to get someone better, like someone that you think will take you to the next step. I don't know why, if I like that, or if I don't know if that's coming. So let me leave it at that. I don't know if that's coming for you, because you're still seeing him. I guess maybe it's not his fault that you guys are not pushing further than top 4, right?
I will say this. I mean, you can't really fault him for anything.
Yes.
If it's a question of success, he's brought success to the club. We've we've joined. We've qualified for 2 out of 4 Champions League competitions since he became coach. 2 out of 3 since he was coaching the team from start to finish of the season. I think that prior to that, if you had asked our previous owner what the role of Newcastle was or what Newcastle's level was, he said that he would have sold the club. His term of success was us qualifying for Champions League.
Okay.
Eddie Howe has got us to the Champions League 2 times, and he has won a trophy. I don't think that there's any way you can even fault any of his performances. Okay. Overall, I think you can pick stuff out. You can say, I mean, like I was criticizing him at the beginning of this game, like, yeah, dude, I felt like we were too passive towards the end. But I don't think that you can fault him, because you have to look at the big picture. Eddie Howe has done great for us.
Good. All right, Henry, what are your sliding door moments?
For Arsenal, probably Invincibles, probably our biggest one.
Okay.
Just going that season, because low key, Liverpool fans were already giving us the belief this season too that they were going to go in, undefeated. So I think that's a big milestone for us now. Also, I think that's the main one that comes. I think Liverpool too. When there was a game we played Liverpool, that I think what did he even do for us? I think he got us the league title. Is it 89? We won the league title in 89, right? I think so. And it was the last day. It was the last day. I think we scored like a last minute goal in the 90th minute too. I believe so. So that's also another one that I can remember.
So you're saying what moments you're calling are key moments. Those aren't like things that change the trajectory of the club.
Well, I think Invincibles changed the trajectory for Arsenal too. I think we were respected. We were people were scared of us, but I think it just changed the general feel of Arsenal. Like after, it's almost like, I don't want to say this because I know that people are going to troll, so I'm not even going to say it. But it just gave us a different like aura, right? Where okay, because going undefeated a whole season in the Premier League it's difficult, right?
Yes.
I know some people will say, "Oh, we celebrate it as a trophy," but it's only because we know it's not easy.
Hmm.
And there were times during that season where it could have gone south. There were games that that it was at the end, towards the end of the games, that we actually equalized. But yeah, that was a big one for us, that I can remember. Let me see if there's any other one that comes to mind. I don't know. Much more recently, we've had more bad,
Okay.
forgettable moments than sliding door moments for us. So
Let me read this
that's the
comment
one
real
that
quick.
comes to mind.
All right, I'll read this comment from Benvido. He said Ronaldinho signing for Barcelona was the best thing. Benvido's a Barcelona fan. Best thing that happened to Barca in the last 25 years. The worst is Bartomeu. I don't know his name. Being the president and wasting Messi's prime. I hate Bartomeu so much. And I'll tell you what, I was in the comments, but he may not speak up. Ayo gave me his own sliding door moments for United, just to give you kind of an idea of what I'm thinking this question means. I think your answer is still on the level of, is a different answer, Henry, that is. He said one of his sliding door moments was when in 2012, when Sir Alex could have retired and didn't retire, and they were looking at Pep to succeed him. But because Sir Alex lost the league in that moment to Aguero's goal, he stayed an extra year. And even though he won that trophy, remember he won in 2013, even though they won in 2013, he retired then, and then Man United has been in a state of
downward
I call it wilderness, running around the wilderness for the last 8 years. Actually, not 8 years, 12 years, sorry. And we all know, let's all be very, very clear that if Pep had joined United in 2012, I don't care. I don't care which players he has. We know United will be on 28 trophies right now. So when I heard that, I was like,
Why do you think so?
I absolutely think so. I don't think Pep goes anywhere and doesn't win one. And I don't think he won't have won in his first. Maybe he won't have won the first year because their players were aging out. But he would have changed that team and they would have won in year 2, year 3. And they'll have just gone on a crazy streak. So even if the potential for that's what I mean by like something that happened, but something else happened and changed your club's trajectory. So
Okay.
that's and that's why I think, Raji, your answer is more
Close.
in line because we
The
all
way
know that.
Chiote took the shot.
Not that one. We know that if they didn't buy him, like he made his point that if they did not buy Newcastle in that moment, we're talking maybe Newcastle's relegated back and maybe they're in the championship. For me, I don't have a good answer because I think our club changed. There's a 3-year period where our club was going through a change. And we know it's after Wenger left. Wenger left in 2018. But Wenger had to leave. I feel like Wenger had to go. I know we chased him out. But I think for us, the change happened with Arteta and Emery. And I don't know what would have happened if we had persisted with Emery. I don't think we would have been relegated, but I think we would have missed out on Arteta. And I know Arsenal fans are split about whether Arsenal fans are 80% Arteta out. I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of them are anti-Arteta right now. I know, Raji, you're looking at us like, what the hell's wrong with you? But yeah, so that's why it's a tough. But I just know that 80 years, how many years has he been with us? 5 to 6 years. The 6 years that he has been, the club has been going steadily up, maybe plateauing here and there. But like he's put us in conversations that we weren't in 10 years before. You've taken us to the semis of the Champions League that I don't believe we hadn't gone to in 20 years before that. And then not 20 years, maybe 18. And so I think maybe there's another level past Arteta, but if we didn't get Arteta in 2019, our culture is not what we see now. Like we're not buying Eze, we're not buying these players. They're not rejecting clubs. Zubimendi is not rejecting Liverpool to come to us. These players are not fighting to come to us. Gyokeres is not going to break up with his girlfriend. I'm not sure if that's true. He's not going to break up with his girlfriend and say, I'd rather come to Arsenal and go to this place. Wow. So I think there is that moment So for me, it is the boldness to go with Arteta on season coach in 2019 when we had an Emery. And look at what he's doing at Aston Villa. That guy. That's it.
Okay.
For me.
I just think the question is a weird question to me too.
It's a weird question. That's why I had to ask about explanation.
We have the hindsight, right? You know, on our side, but
right.
It's the same thing with the Pep. I could argue against it that if they don't back him the right way, he might have been a failure.
Yes, but do we think is United a team that doesn't back their coaches?
Oh, they're definitely backing this guy.
They give them everything they want. Every time I see a coach,
Amorim initially wasn't backed. Amorim initially wasn't backed, and
he was backed. Amorim has been backed.
This is the first season that they really backed him, right? But I don't think they've truthfully.
They bought him mid-season last season.
Can I even be honest? The funny thing is, I've now even, I think Liverpool too has showed me that we have to, for clubs to be successful in transitioning, clubs need to do away with them becoming like the identity of the coach. Like the system should be in there where it doesn't necessarily change too much. Then it makes it easier for you to get a next successor.
Okay.
Right? Literally, because there are teams now. What happens with a lot of teams is like they don't have strict transfer policies. They don't have strict transfer culture. They can buy any players. But there are some clubs I've seen now lately, especially now I'm just talking about Liverpool especially. They have structures. They have wage structures. They don't break the bank. If they break in the bank, you know that they're doing it for a serious reason. E.g., that's why Newcastle cashed out this season, right? But they're breaking that bank for marquee players, like once in a life generational type players. So I think that's what clubs need to do next now, where don't be over reliant, because transitioning. Everyone forgets. Do you know, EJ? How long was Arsenal in the dark room? Like, transition is a very painful period. Some clubs are lucky because they can buy their way out of it. I'm not calling Chelsea's name. And some clubs just go the traditional route where they rely on their youth system, they rely on their transfers, but it's not always easy. So we can always say, "Oh, if they bought Pep story," we don't know. We don't know.
I mean, we don't know, but like, what does your gut tell you? If United had gotten Pep, you think that they will not have 20?
You make a point. I think max 2 years, then they'll become a juggernaut. 1 year to 2 years, because Pep would always figure it out.
Yes.
That's Pep.
My problem is that it's Pep. It's not. I'm not even talking about United. I just mean any team Pep has gone to has succeeded. So why would I think United would be different?
But that's when he's backed.
Yes. And I think they would have. I mean, they would have had to. Or he would have gone. He would never have signed a contract where he's not being backed.
Okay, that's a fair point. But
I'm going to read some of these comments real quick. This one is for you, Raji. Samuel has not come on this podcast in the comments in a while, but he said he heard you were on and he came to say hi to you. Just checked in to say hi to Raji. Must be nice. So, hello. Glad we could get one over the small club called Newcastle. I blame Isak. Dude forced the move, showing Newcastle in a big club, and rightly so. But if you don't know Henry, if you don't know Samuel is one of our old school diehard Arsenal fans.
I mean, I will say this about it. When we played with Isak, didn't we lose to Arsenal too? 1-0.
Yeah.
So what is this point? Isak didn't score in that game. Someone is just looking for trouble. It's just take your win. Take your win. They always want to, because you always think you are invincible. So I don't see you, man.
Kaiser Dio says Bayern losing 4-0 to Pep in 2009 made Bayern management decide to change from 4-4-2, fire Klinsmann, and hire LVG, who changed our play pattern to a more modern style. Okay. So that's another moment he's talking about Bayern, obviously.
I will say this one last thing about this Newcastle versus Arsenal thing. You're always saying this is one of the annoying things about Arsenal fans. If we had won that game last year, in the second to the last game, we would have finished second. over Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
That's how close we were. So, I mean, I
Right,
love,
we couldn't let it happen.
I love Samuel, but I think he needs to get his facts right. It's all good. Small club Newcastle. That's how all of you want. You beat me, and all of a sudden you beat us, and all of a sudden the whole arena is screaming. This guy is running in there, going to St. James Park, acting like he has just finished beating the whole Persian army. It's all good.
And he's saying his work is done. That is funny. All right, we'll move to our next topic. Okay, we'll go through this quickly. What constitutes a good season for your team? So both of us. Let's start with you, Raji, again. What's a good season for?
I think this is going to be a very weird one. I think that probably finishing in the. Well, I wouldn't say that finishing the Champions League position will probably constitute a good season. I think getting into Europe will be enough. I think the problem for us this season is that a lot of the teams have smelt the threat, and you can see this summer that everybody was solidifying. That top four got solidified. Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. I was gonna say Manchester United, but Manchester United too. They got some really good players. I still think that Manchester United will fire their coach and get into a better position.
Oh yeah,
but I think that finishing in at least Europa would be enough to solidify a position, at least as a team that competes in Europe. So that's where I think we should be. Europe is where we are going for.
Any trophies?
No.
You guys are the Carling Cup holders, EFL Cup holders. I remember.
I mean, you guys are making it seem like it's big because last year everybody was saying it was a small man's cup.
Oh, we are very happy. Henry, don't you remember? Were we not happy for Newcastle last year?
I mean, I think it was mostly the Liverpool fans.
It won ball.
Yeah. I think that we can defend the trophy, but I do think that winning the trophy, I don't think it should be considered one of the major achievements of this season because we can't be expected to win trophies every season.
Right.
For now, we'll keep it normal.
So top 7, basically, top 7 to 8. We're not talking. Yeah. Are you talking even Conference League? Is that also?
No, not Conference League. So it's either UEFA or Champions League.
Europe. Okay. All right, Henry. What about you?
One major trophy, compete on all fronts, and when I mean major, it's Premier League or Champs League. I know Champs League is maybe the tougher one, but one major league. One major trophy, I mean, and competing on all fronts. So even EFL, even like all the cups, they just have to compete, like be competitive on all fronts. Because we have squad depth. The only thing that is scaring me now is just our injury record,
right?
Which is crazy. The first season we actually have proper depth. We just have like injury.
Every game it's someone.
I'm starting to think our physio. We need to look into our physio. Our physio might be compromised because.
It's true though.
Last season, same thing last season, like people, doing warm-ups, getting hurt. Like, no, we have to look in-house and see where I can. But Arsenal needs something. This year, at least one major.
Absolutely.
Because
it's going to be very tough because I think in the Premier League, for that, I agree with exactly what you said. I think we need to win one major, and the major is UEFA or Premier League titles. Obviously, we can't come, although we can, but we shouldn't be trying to come second 4 times in a row. That's insane. They said no one has done it. I think maybe we may have done it before, but I think the last time it was done, we came second thrice.
Yeah, so I think we did 3 times wrong. And in the 4th season, we won.
Yes. So, like, the whole thing about us, like this, our team probably is the best team in the league if we think about everything considered. I know, you're looking at me because you're like, why the hell you say that? But let's just talk about players. Like, Liverpool is there. They have better, Salah is better than most, Van Dijk is better than most. Their midfield is not necessarily better than ours. It's just not. And their goalie is probably better, but we also always have more clean sheets than they do. So I think overall, we have a better team than they do, probably better bench. So we should. It's just that they have a more reasonable coach. Like, if not a more reasonable coach, but a more pragmatic coach. You know, like someone that just knows how to get the job done. Let's put it that way. I think Arteta overthinks a lot of things. But we should be able to try to win the league. Come on now. And City is not, I thought City would fall away. They're not going to fall away. They're coming back. They're going to come back. So we have City in the hunt. We have us there. We have Liverpool. And, like, you know, Chelsea lost again this weekend. By the way, can we laugh at all these other teams that lost? Like Chelsea, United, and what's their name? Liverpool all losing on the same weekend. It's crazy. Especially because they're all, I think Liverpool came from behind and tried to tie the game. But yes, those teams are not going to be pushovers this year. So we just need to try. And then Champions League is Champions League. I think Real Madrid is way better. They're not going to do that nonsense they did last year. I don't know what they did last year. Like, we beat them twice. That's crazy. So I just
Real Madrid lost this weekend too.
I know they lost this weekend. I'm not sure how.
They have a fragile defense.
Okay, so you see, 5-2. They lost 5-2 to Atletico Madrid. I didn't watch that game. But yes, and Barcelona is not going to fall away. PSG not going to fall away. So these teams are stronger teams in Europe. That will be harder. It's not impossible. It'll just be harder. So we just need to get something. We need to hold something this year. Like, people are ready to kill us. You guys got Gyokeres, you got Eze. Let it all work out. How did it work out for you? I can already see. So we need to win something major. And yeah, I think we do have the squad depth to compete, apart from the injuries. Even with the injuries, you can kind of see we have people that can do things in these other competitions. We just need to take things seriously. We need to take a lot of these games very seriously. All right, go on.
Yeah. No, the other thing I was going to make mention is I think we have the best defense, not the best offense. I still think Liverpool has the better
of course.
offense. I also think they have a much more robust midfield, but we can compete with our midfield. I think we have the better squad overall in terms of bench players coming on.
Okay.
But I still give them the slight edge because they've done it. They've done it before multiple times. So muscle memory, it's easy for you. If you've been winning, it's easy to maintain that culture, right?
Yeah.
A lot of our guys, they haven't even experienced, winning something major. So the question is, during those tough moments, those last that last month of the Premier League season, last 6 weeks, how are they holding up, right? So we'll see. I mean, but I think they have a big shot this year, barring any crazy injuries happening again. But everyone has injuries, but our injury record so far this
every
season,
game. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But one
key player has gone down every single game.
Yeah, except today. No one injured today.
You didn't lose anybody today now.
I saw Timber
today now. It's crazy until you hear something again from the physio.
Yeah, why was Winery not on the bench? I don't know. It seems like he was probably injured.
It's fine. We don't need him for now. Let him come back next game.
Okay.
Because if he was there, then maybe other guy doesn't even come on.
Yeah, we needed to see what other guy was key, I think, in the last few minutes. That's great.
So maybe he should be coming off the bench too, like Martinelli.
That's what someone said. Someone said other guy needs to come off the bench. But also I think there are some games where we have the chance to play other guy and Eze together. I think that's what we saw today. So
can I ask Raji a question? Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Do you think you guys reverting to in that second half to the back five affected the game? Do you think if you had maintained your original formation and not just become more defensive, you think it changes the outcome of this game today?
Yes, I think I mentioned that. Yeah. I think that at the very beginning I was explaining, like, we decided to let go of the midfield for solidity at the back. And I think the way Arsenal plays is they watch for mistakes, and we got a lot of mistakes. And that's their trigger for Arsenal. You see the mistake, then you push everybody forward in a 4-4-2. So you have two banks of four, everybody pushing forward at the same time, and you try to overwhelm like a corkscrew the defense, and you pack everybody in the box. And I think that if you're dealing with a team that can cross the ball and score with a header, you are always looking for trouble there. So I think as long as it's not passed to Gyokeres, there's always a chance that Arsenal can score.
Our next game, Gyokeres will score against you next time.
I want to see it happen. I'm not even going to say anything anymore because the noise I was making about you guys not scoring from the set piece was what killed me today. So I think I've made too much noise. I'm tempting God too much.
All right. For the final topic of the day, kudos and donkey of the week. You guys have anyone that you want to give a shout out to?
I'll give a. I mean, I have two donkeys.
Okay, start there.
Trevor Chalobah. That red card. I mean, he tried to disguise it very well. I thought, like, when you're looking at it initially, it doesn't look like he blocked him from going. But man, that was a straight red card, and immediately that happened, the whole Chelsea defense just fell apart. And I think that he opened up some, what do you call it? The question about resilience when it comes to Chelsea became quite prominent, because that whole game changed and they went from leading to 3-1 defeat. That was crazy. I think that even with that, look at Newcastle versus Liverpool. We got a red card. We came back to 2-2 and almost drew the game because we didn't almost win. But Liverpool went and won the game. So that would have been a totally different thing. But Chelsea, they just collapsed. And I think that that's not a good sign.
Okay. Yeah, I like that donkey. What about you, Henry?
Let me not lie to you. Gabriel was going to be my donkey, but he made Gabriel was going to be my donkey, but he made up for the goal. Mascara's error is who I'll give it to. And I just hope, I wish they left him on, but I understood why they took him off, just for stability.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll say Mascara, because that, just looking back at that, that what led to the goal, yeah, he could have cleared it better. There are three different things he could have done differently, but he'll learn. How old is he? Still 20?
22.
He'll learn from the experience. 22?
21 or 22. Yeah, he's very young.
I thought it was 20 actually.
No,
I think he's 20.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, so I think he will learn. So I'll just give him the donkey, my own donkey.
Yeah, my donkey is United, or maybe just Bruno Fernandes. I don't like how he missed that penalty. I mean, yeah, anyone can miss a penalty, but like, your team needs help. So why are you missing the penalty? So you could have tied the game, and from there you could have gone. I don't know
why is Raji laughing though?
I don't know. But you could have...
the last time we missed the penalty, he blamed it on the referee.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's still better. It's still better than Arsenal players last season that were blaming the ball.
No, we didn't really blame the ball. That was
we did blame the ball.
Arteta said something about the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They ran too far with that. That was crazy. And guess what? The ball was actually different.
No, it was different, but it was different. The problem is it was different for everybody. It's not like it's single-handedly different for us, Yeah. Anyways, but yeah.
That's my donkey. I mean, yeah, that's not the time to be missing the penalty. Anyway, my kudos, I'm going to give it to Arsenal. I'll give it to Arteta and Arsenal, just because I think he went with he went with a good starting lineup, and then was happy he didn't play those three players I talked about at the beginning, Merino, Zubi, and Rice. There's just no need for those three at the same time. So he went with that, and then the boldness to bring in. When I saw him bring, I was like, what if guys coming in? Eze is still on the pitch. Okay. Martinelli is there. What? Okay. And then Merino's up top. Like, he went all out. So I knew he wasn't. It was like he was making a statement. I'm not trying to draw this game. I'm not trying to lose this game. And, it worked out for him. It was just like the team just didn't give up today. So kudos to them. What are your girls' kudos?
I can go next. My kudos is to Heung-min Son.
Yes.
Of LA Galaxy. That guy has been on fire since he joined the MLS, and you gotta give him. I mean, you can always make the argument about the MLS not being as good as the Premiership, and you could justifiably argue that. But I mean, class is class. Some of the goals he scored since he started to play have been incredible. So my kudos is to Heung-min Son. For his incredible start to his MLS career. He's not only scoring, he's also providing assists. So yeah, that's my kudos.
All right, and we'll finish with you, Henry. What are your kudos?
My kudos is probably to Arsenal's comeback. I just thought they were going to tie this game today, so I didn't see it in them trying to win. So I felt like just knowing Arteta, sometimes he settles for a draw, but just giving them the irony is guess who scored our first goal? Marino. Marino that we said shouldn't be starting is the one that comes to score the first goal. So again, but that's just the thing. I still give the team, the overall team, and then the in-game changes it made, especially towards the end of the game, because they obviously they played a key role in us securing a victory. So yeah, they get a kudos for that.
All right. Okay, barring nothing else, I think we've come to the end of the podcast. I really appreciate you guys joining us. Hope you have a good week, and good luck to your teams for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, and wish you guys not the best of luck, but just a good enough
Bad luck to Newcastle. Bad luck.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to spread love to teams that I don't support, but I appreciate it.
All right.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. Be the show, say the thing will meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. Be the show, say